Alright, I talked to the IGL of the other team and he said it was okay. So I'm going to be breaking down a single pistol round from our scrim last night. It wasn't actually a planned scrim. It was like both teams were on. Our team was on training, their team was on training, and then Jiggities and Kailu, the IGLs of both teams, decided that we should just do a scrim because we could. And we all were like, everyone was like, yeah, let's do it. So we did a scrim. Anyways, right before the scrim starts, Jiggities decides, just to give you some preface on this, Jiggities decides that we're going to be training with no comms. And so at first you're thinking, oh my goodness, no comms, that makes no sense. Why would you do that? That's so bad, that's so bad. When you're comming, you're trying to convey information to your teammates, okay? You're trying to convey information that they don't have. Now, we noticed a lot of our comms were conveying information that they did have, or information that the other teammates wouldn't be able to receive and act on immediately. For example, comms like, they have an ultimate ability. Like, oh, Brim has ult here. That's a comm, but like everyone can see that Brim has ult. Or you peek one and it's very obvious on the minimap, you're in a battle with them, and you're like, I'm fighting one B main. Something that's super obvious on the minimap. And there was a couple other issues with our comms, like comms not being about the game at all, just like my video that I put out where it just is me saying, Viper is bad, don't die to her, and then immediately dying to her. Things that were jamming our comms that were just not good. I mean, they just weren't helping the team. So something that me and Jiggities did a long time ago, back when we were playing other games, is we would just play without communications because we found that it helped us link together better as a team. We would basically just be very, very hyper aware of what each other were doing, the way we were walking, the utility we were holding, and everything we were doing, and our intentions would be a lot more understood. And then after doing that for a while, we could throw verbal communication on, because it is still communication, but you could throw verbal communication on after, and it would be a lot better on a lot like stronger foundation. Jiggities decides to play without comms to get our comms to the next level. So this is a pistol round, and I'll just kind of break it down on some of the things that I saw that I thought were pretty incredible. And obviously there's going to be a bias towards my perspective because that's the perspective I saw. But if we get more footage, maybe I'll break down more stuff. So pistol rounds starts pretty basic here. We have Jiggities or IGL on C. I'm on B. Looks like I'm doing a little aim warm up, and then we have 3 towards A. Right off the bat, a smoke comes out here, and Sky's already gonna play off of that. Like, she's breaking the door on B. And if you're not familiar with Lotus, don't worry. I'll try and make it simple. But already we have just like small teamwork even without comms. So the door's getting broken, and they're gonna have a pretty fast double peek on the exit of the smoke.
Enemy spotted. Spotted C.
I'm walking up here. I'm clearing everything. I'm kind of taking my time, but I do see that Jiggities is getting overrun at C, so I'm probably gonna step up the pace. I don't remember exactly what happens here, but I do see that that Jiggities is getting overwhelmed. Also, without comms, usually the IGL would call something like, I'm getting overwhelmed, let's rotate, or KO knife, or we see a KO knife, we see Jet, we see Reyna, that's 3, right? This looks kind of like a fast rush C. Also, on a pistol round, the team's most likely going to be close to each other. And you can already see we're 15 seconds into the round. KO's moving towards C, Omen's moving towards C, Sky's moving towards C, I'm clearing the flank to move towards C. All of us are immediately moving, and I've even relieved the pressure from A by coming out into the flank. And so we've done all of this, no comms. So Jiggities dies, and we're pinching pretty much every angle. The only angle that we're missing is up top if they wanted to lurk into our spawn, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm still clearing the flank. Now this is where it starts to get really fun. Remember, we have no communication. 2 people are about to open the door on B, and I know this, and I'm trying to get to them. They also know this, and there's a lot of angles that they need to clear. They need to clear back here, they need to clear here, and potentially here, and I need to clear close. I need to clear close and behind this mount, because those are the players that are going to be waiting to attack my team.
Spike
So
planted.
door starts opening. Off of that audio, I swing. So I swing off of the audio of the door, and there he is. There's the guy that was about to take out 2 of our teammates. He flicks to try and stop it, but it's too late. He was already distracted by 2 of our teammates, and it's real pressure. If I die, immediately Papa or Expulsus, after coming out of the door, can just immediately trade me. This is a really good, almost like switch and bait trade situation and it's done without comms, which is what's insane. And as you can see, the door opens. They needed this pressure relieved because the angle they needed to peek, KO's standing right there looking at them. So I kill him, I move on. They start fighting KO and now Reyna on site, and off of this, I start moving up. But that's not it. I'm not the only one moving up. Still, no communication. Sov is moving up to apply pressure to their flank. So I throw an eye to clear the site, and I turn around to clear that close angle. Wow, actually I do clear on site first. I didn't remember this. I clear onto the site first, and I must have missed something because I know I needed to clear that angle. Let me see if I just did it without realizing it. I come out here. Maybe I didn't clear it. I didn't clear it. Alright. I did like a half clear on it, but I in my mind thought I had cleared it. There is because if you look at my movement, I do swing to clear it. But in hindsight on the video, I can see someone could have been crouched in that corner there, so I don't love that. I don't love that. They could have been there. So that's one of our mistakes. But after I cleared it, I come out here, I throw I to apply pressure, and it looks like we do lose our Omen. And now two of us are pushing up. Sova, he was trying to push up on the flank, didn't get the amount of pressure he wanted. Not the end of the world, right? All that matters is that he was there and the enemies knew he was there and he's applying this pressure. They peek him, he gets a kill, and he has to start falling back, and the moment he starts falling back, I peek up. I peek up to clear out. So we're doing this pressure swapping. Now this is really hard to do. We don't do this all the time. We've trained this kind of thing where it's called aggro switching, where one lane starts aggressing and then you switch aggro. One starts falling off while the other one starts hitting. And you may not understand this tactic completely, but if you've ever been in a situation where it feels like neither angle are pushing you, but you're being aggressed by both, and your crosshairs kind of flicking back and forth between these, that is a team that's using aggro switching on you. And it's, you know how helpless that feels. That's what we're doing to this team right here. And once again, we're doing it without verbal comms. So I know that the last one's here because of, you know, Sova spotted him on the map. Sova's falling off. Sova is completely fine for Sova to be falling off here. He could be wrapping flank. He could even just be resetting to come back in. I personally love it more if he's wrapping flank because it isolates the target and we know it's just one. But I start pushing up and Expulsus opts to do a flash. Now this is my favorite play of the entire round. The flash comes up, and because of the wall here, it's completely antied for me. So that's not an accident. Like, Expulsus has trained a lot with sky flashes. He brings it up and he makes it so that I don't get flashed by the bird. That's not even a thing on me, that's on him, and he's paying attention to where I am. And immediately, obviously, I get a free pick because of the flash. But there's two key points in this round that I really like. The first one, obviously, is right here. Door opens off of the noise, I swing. I take out him. I take out the brimstone, and then we have all of this pressure on pretty much immediately. Sova gets a pick, which now they have to turn around. They can't just stand here. And while they're trying to turn around, he gives us an isolation on KJ, which we get for free. And then, of course, another isolation on Reyna, which we also get. I walk up, flash comes out, blinds the sky, free pick, easy pistol round retake, absolutely no verbal communication. Now, it's absurd to say that we weren't communicating, because we were communicating with our body language, and we were communicating with the posture on the map, and we were always watching the map, always watching each other, always looking out for each other. We were definitely communicating, but this is us trying to build a stronger foundation without verbal communication, and showing you, I want you to see that this isn't throwing if you want to try this with your team or some of your friends, that you really can build a strong foundation this way. Now imagine all of this, but then on top of it, once we're this good without communication, imagine now we add in verbal communication to call strategies, plays, different ideas, or even just get us to the next level, which is what we're trying to do. Anyways, that's the pretty simple breakdown of this strategy and what we did here. We get a debut, and obviously we start the game 1-0, and we do end up winning this game 13-1. This pistol round made all of the difference, and I'm super proud of all my teammates. It was a lot of fun to play, and I appreciate. Thank you to Kai from DA for letting me show this footage, and for everyone else, I will see you in the next video.